Hi guys, this is Target with another game of Geometry Dash. We're going to try to play Jumper again. 93%. That is our best. Have we been there since? No. Did that jump demonstrate that I have the ability? No, but hopefully before long we'll be right back into the rhythm of Jumper, which we have played many, many times now. Not so many as to do it properly yet, but many times indeed. So all of these sections I've done so many times that, you know, like, I should do them right. But it's the first run, and I'm not gonna jinx it by talking about the future. Ah, terrible. But I'm confident that I could fail several hundred more times. I believe. But actually, if I keep getting so far in most of the attempts, it'll be hard to get several hundred more failures. You know, time won't be on my side. I might accidentally do it right at some point. I mean, unlikely, but theoretically possible. Well, not like that. That one doesn't count. I mean, except in the vague sense that it was assigned a number sequentially from the previous attempt. Hello, Seth. How are you on this fine morning? Happy Saturday. I'm doing just fine. Have a little bit of time to stream before work, so I figured I would seize it. Plus, all I've been seeing in my dreams are the plaid towers of Jumper. I know maybe they're supposed to be bricks, but I perceive them as plaid. No, I did it again! I did it again. I jumped too many times there. It's a problem. That's as far as I've ever gotten. That's as far as I've ever gotten. You know, it's not the best because it just ties with my best, which is also that exact place, dying that exact way. It's alright. It's fine. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Enosa. Ah! Good morning, person whose name I won't say because it's too memey. We'll call you I Am. Oh no, I died. Okay, I gotta quit looking away. Anyway, my thousands of Jumper attempts should translate. Thousands. How inaccurate. My more than 1,000. It's probably more than 1,000 now. Okay. Like I was saying, They should translate into successful play. I don't know what happens after Jumper. I guess I get like a parade. They bring like an elephant with a hood on the back and I just ride around. That's what I assume happens after I beat Jumper. Not like I'll ever know. No. I've never once genuinely given up hope of beating Jumper. I've always thought, if I just play longer, it'll happen. It's not like wild and difficulty or anything, it's just I play bad. Alright, is this it? Is this it, guys? Is this it? This is it! I did it! I did it! Hooray! Jumper unlocked! At last! Ah, and that is why you just have to believe in yourself. Ah, that's what I'm talking about. Feels so good. Good morning, cats are cool. It is Central Standard for me, and things are great. And you say now it gets harder? Oh no! There we go. So let's go back. Stereo Madness, back on track. Polargeist dry out. Base after base can't let go, and Jumper all complete. But now it is another anger face called Time Machine. 1% easy, 2% easy. Haha. Okay. Conceptually different. Why don't I just run in there? Another anger face level. Okay. I need to stop looking so far ahead. I need to look only an average amount ahead. Okay. Right. Literally unplayable. I'm gonna get it. I'm too used to playing Jumper. Hey, 10%, that's good. I mean, not good, but... Thanks. Easy, normal, hard, harder, insane, easy, demon, medium, demon, hard, demon, insane, demon, extreme, demon. Okay. Oh yeah, I need to change the name of this stream. Hold at the beginning to do a cool swag route. That is very cool. I mean, now I just have to do those jumps, but... Do Do we have to hold it the whole time, or can we get the timing anyway? Yeah. Not like that. Easy. Well, shouldn't have died to that. 25%, new best. Decent. Shouldn't have died to that either. Okay, looking too far ahead again. You say I hit 850 subs? That's very exciting. I've gotten quite a few these last couple days streaming Geometry Dash. It's pretty cool. My channel has not been like active the whole time, but I have been around for 10 years or so. But I've only been active for small portions of that. But when I came back like 7 months ago, I had like 300 some odd subs, so it's been very cool seeing more faces and having people enjoy it. Yeah, it's definitely Geometry Dash. I had not gotten nearly as many people interested in the other stuff that I play. Ah, okay, I gotta jump higher there. But thank you, Seth, for the landmark. Very cool. No, for sure I am. You know, that's the point to playing a game, is for people to come see it. I totally get if people only want to watch, you know, one type of thing. I myself, I say this in a bunch of my videos, but I don't watch videos of any of the stuff that I make. Not like my own personal videos, right? But like none of the games that I play have I ever like watched videos on. I don't really like watch platformers or like puzzle things or like anything like that in general. It's just I mainly watch real-time strategy commentary, which I don't even play RTS as my hands can't do it anymore. Oh, new best, 28%. Say level request streams get more views. Well, that is cool. Yeah, I often because I don't do practice mode, right? Because I'm a frustrating person. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. That was a jumper entirely without practice mode, because I'm a weirdo. And same thing with Can't Let Go. And if we can do it on Time Machine, I'm gonna try. But I'm willing to give up. What? Alright, we go backwards. That's alright. 36%. Alright. It's a little jarring to go backwards, but I think I can adjust. It'll be when it goes backwards and upside down, which I'm sure it will do, that'll be trickier. But my guiding philosophy of putting videos on the internet is that I'm just gonna play what I want to play, and if people like it, that's awesome, and if they don't, then they don't, and that is okay too, because the internet is not about me, you know, it's about choices. Ah, why? Alright, I need to fall down there and start bouncing there. The most hated portal, that one's called the Mirror Portal. Got it. Yeah, it was a little jarring, but I don't want to be like, I feel like I don't. Well, I don't want to say that. I feel like I was doing well, and then I run into the marvelous triangle one. You say because people overuse it, so it's sort of perceived as like a crutch in map build. Why? I can see that. You know, it's got a jarring visual effect, and you get to sort of wipe the slate clean, and sort of like a jump scare in a horror movie. You know, it works, but eventually people crave some different fare. Oh, why? All right. What a regression. Okay. It's probably easier to go under that one than over, but... Oh! I think I hit the portal lower than I expected, so I didn't have the, Alright, not like that. Okay, let's just, We'll just do the jumps the normal way. Or not. We'll just hold it down. Hello, Fufuha. Okay, not like that. Yikes. Yeah, that yellow to blue there can be a little weird, because if you hit it at an angle, then you don't get, like, the little delayed swoopy thing where it drops your brick over in the other direction. It's like you can slide in too low, and then it's like the timing, different than I expect. Terrible. Cats are cool. You say you like Riz. I am quite fond of that as a slang. I think it is one of the top tier slang things. It caught on more than I wanted. So, you know, like, I obviously am a gamer person. And I was playing World of Warcraft at the time, so the current slang was permeating. And, you know, it's fun, because, you know, short for charisma, it makes sense as a slang term. It's just like a shortened term of a character trait, you know. I think I think we should have more slang that makes sense and less annoying stuff, like when children tell you they are not wearing a hat to mean that they are being honest. I know that's not what they actually say. I'm being annoying about it, but not as annoying as people who say that they are not wearing a hat when they are meaning that they are being honest. I think I'm more annoyed by slang generally, though, just because I shouldn't say this. Some of you are probably teenagers. No, I don't mean to be offensive. But I work with a bunch of teenagers, and I have to listen to them, like, pretend that they're cool while they say all of these words to each other. And I'm just like, this is, like, you guys might be cool, but you're definitely not cool because of doing this stuff. Like, but you can't convince people not to say dumb things to be funny. I know you can't convince people not to say dumb things to be funny. Me and my friends, were and are morons too. We just, you know, don't express it in the same way that the young people do. No, I have many friends that are young. For all I know, they talk like that whenever I'm not around. Not like high schoolers, obviously, but, you know, like people that are in college. Because sometimes I'll just be, like, walking around work getting coffee, and somebody will be saying some word like Baldur's Gate, and I'll be like, you what? Talk to me about your character. What kind of person are you? What are your dreams, feelings, and aspirations? How is your riz? You know, that kind of thing. No, once I was talking to a person about Baldur's Gate, and I said, oh, are you risen up Shadowheart? And, like, some 16-year-old heard me, and I think they were very impressed. Because this was, like a year ago. Like, this was... terrible. This was early in the slaying evolution. But I don't want to tease people too much for what they do to fit in and, you know, demonstrate knowledge of their social groups, mannerisms, and linguistic folkways and all that. I know that it's all constantly evolving, and some slang is gonna seem a lot more reasonable and cool to me than others. I will be happy when some of it goes away. It will. All the slang goes away. Why don't I learn how to play? And all that will be left is triangles, blocks, and my failures in Time Machine. Not really. There's nothing that could happen in this level that would bring my mood down, because I beat Jumper. And, so it doesn't matter. I should read chat. Wait till I see Clutterfunk. I have heard the name of this level. People speak it in hushed tones, as if it were a god. Almost failed there. No, are you joking? Come on. I didn't think that was gonna happen. Ridiculously poor play. Well, it will give me an opportunity to improve at this early segment. I think maybe this time I'll try not to run in physically to the triangles that are right in front of me. That should be a good goal. Now, will I be able to do that? Unsure. Time will tell. Or not. Ah! No! Okay. I've just been thinking, soon you will be able to internally brag about how you only died that one time in the rocket ship here. Do I still play WoW? No. 44% on Time Machine. We just started playing it a bit ago. Because I beat Jumper. No, I do not play WoW anymore. I have a subscription right now because I forgot to cancel it. I need to remember to do that. I'm really bad about that kind of thing. That's why I try never to sign up for anything, because I'll just, like, pay them by accident. I'm the dream customer. But, no, I was going to play when Classic relaunched again, because my principal playing in WoW was in Vanilla and then again in Classic. I played Season of Discovery, and it was, you know, like I quit in the Sunken Temple phase. But I played, I got my Paladin to level 17 or whatever, and I was just like, man, is this really what I want to do? Do I want to be playing this mediocre game? No! Alright. Hello, Natasha. Yeah, I beat Jumper. Hello, Not Never. Yeah, let's see, let's brag a little bit. Yeah, so Can't Let Go, we beat the other day, and then Jumper, just this morning. It was pretty wonderful. And now we're on Time Machine for, we got to 44%. I keep on dying right there, but I am hopeful that we can get to 50 or so. Beating Jumper felt great. I knew I was close to the end, you know, 93%. I knew I just had a couple more towers to deal with, and then there was just a simple little section after that, and I didn't choke on it even one time. It was beautiful. But work is never done. But no, and you know, in Classic came out, and I was okay. I did it again. I was playing Minecraft, and that's like what I came back whenever I was streaming on YouTube. I played Minecraft for the first time, and I was really engaged with that. And I was just like, you know, you can't even plant wheat in World of Warcraft, and planting wheat is very important to me in Minecraft. And come on. You're the person that beat Tidal Wave? Yeah, I remember we looked it up on the stream. But in general, I won't humor such requests to look up comments on things or whatever, because, well, frankly, I think you probably find it much more interesting than I do that you have left a comment on a video. That sounds mean. What I mean to say is your accomplishments are meaningful without me going and verifying them. Okay. Not like that. 47%. Making awesome progress on this, but there's not like a hard block section like that first upside down in Jumper that, like, you know, I was stuck on. Besides the fact that I run into these triangles like a shocking amount of times, but you know, we don't have to bring that up. You don't have to bring that thing up either. I have 0 friends on Geometry Dash, and I think I'm gonna keep it that way. So it sounds strange to say this given that I'm streaming and talking to people, but one of my favorite things in the world is to be able to ignore people. It's actually one of my talents. I've always been able to do it since I was a kid. But if I get messages from people and ignore them, they often feel like I've slighted them in some way rather than just like, I'm not gonna respond to it. Like, I don't use a smartphone, for example. I haven't sent a text message in like 4 months, so I don't want to friend anyone on any of the games that I play, but thank you. Most people don't like me very much. It is alright for you to ask, but I will say no. Even people that I like very much, I don't want to, like, talk to. Not unless it's 100% on my terms. Because there's nothing in life that I guard more jealously than my time. I never had a choice about my time whenever I was growing up, right? Like I always had to do what somebody else wanted me to do, no matter what, and I hated it so much. And now, you know, if somebody is making a demand on my time, they pay me. And I do have to go to work here in a bit, so... Oh my god, we're doing so good. Don't say it, don't jinx it. Oh man, 67%. Jay, you ask if I can make a Geometry Dash Devil? I'm not planning to, like, right now, but maybe someday I will. Samara, what's going on? Yeah, 67%. Awesome improvements for just a little bit of time to level. Well, we've been playing Time Machine less than 30 minutes. Not bad. What? No! Alright, 69%. Nice. Excellent improvement. I don't know what happened there, but if it happens again, there were little purple things to boost off of, and maybe they could save my life. I think I just missed the portal, and so it flung me up way outside of where I was expecting to be. Probably one of those fancy-dancy alternate pathsy things. Yeah, there we go. Jump to hit the portal. Now it's backwards again. Drop, jump, jump. Oh, okay. That one got me. 89%, new best. I did not anticipate the throw on my visuals there. It totally took me by surprise. I didn't react at all to that one. I don't know what I expected. I expected to die before then. How exhilarating! The bad thing is, though, now there's so little room for improvement. And that's the problem with doing well too quickly in life. People expect you to just get 90% and then 91%, but maybe you're just an 89% kind of player. Come on. Tadalash to do 123,000 attempts? Well, that is an inspiration. Playing Geometry Dash is very interesting, just like streaming it and talking to people who are really into it, because I guess like, because I've seen like a video about some cheating scandals, so I knew that there was like an active community where people like, you know, were really into it and stuff. But this is one of the few games where it's like people are like so into it that it reminds me of World of Warcraft players, where it's like some people, it seems to be like what they eat and sleep and breathe, you know, basically for years. Or like Minecraft, I guess, is another good example, which I'm going through all of these games that I never played that became massive, you know, in the last decade, but for portions of that I wasn't really playing games, and then I had medical problems with my hands, so I couldn't play games for a while, which was real rough on a guy like me who principally experiences the world through desire to play video games. Ah! And to run into triangles. Awful. Yes, but I imagine that, you know, that there are proof standards and so on for the difficult stuff in Geometry Dash. Although I have not looked into the scene at all. I'm sure it's very fascinating. I don't really actively follow speedrunning in any game. Even the game that I do speedrun, GoldenEye N64, which it's just the game that I sort of speedrun. I'm not, like, good. But that's the one that I dedicate time to. But I don't, like, keep that current on it. But I'm sure there are, you know, video and that sort of thing required, as most speedrunning games seem to have now. I remember back in the day, like way back in the day, going on like game FAQs, and you would just like make a post and say, this is the time I got, you know, on whatever thing. This is how fast I beat Final Fantasy VI in real time, you know, this is my low level run time or whatever. And people would just like look at it and they had to say like yeah or no, because it was 1998 and you couldn't make people like make a video for it, right? I'm old. I'll talk about 1998 confident that it was pretty recently, and then like I do, ah man, oh come on, why am I so bad at this? I'm not going to tell you guys not to argue with each other, just make sure we keep it nice. Because I don't even want to say it. But if I have to turn this dang car around... I'm only joking. That sentence was never uttered in our family. We were all much too afraid to ever be fighting in the car. Like, what, you want to get, like, your parents mad at you when you're on your way to the lake? Like, no. They'll make you, like, help around the campsite. Everybody else is gonna go swimming and you gotta, like, help make sandwiches or whatever. Terrible. Plus, I have a huge family. Like, they're not gonna turn the car around for one person. but I know it's the meme. Alright, now just jump here. And into section 2. No, are you? Why am I? Anyway, like I was saying, now into the part where I need to pay more attention. Sometimes I just look very slightly away, like, hey, what's coming up on the screen? And then I die. Sometimes I look to the left to see what people are saying in chat, and then I die. That's not your fault, that's my fault. Alright, one more time with feeling. Close, need to be more careful there. Ah! Why did I jump? I looked too far forward. That is why. Useless. I would have been such a good doctor if you already wrote down what was wrong with the people. You'd be like, go in and tell them what's wrong, doctor. I'd be like, okay. Apparently you have paper. And then I would walk away, having flawlessly solved another medical crisis. You could be called Dr. Obvious. It would be on, you know, no, not 8/7 Central, that's too prime of a slot. Maybe like 4 p.m. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Later, Samara. Thanks for stopping by. Bye, Jason. No, I did it again. I did it again. I knew I wasn't supposed to do that, and I did it again. You say I'm your favorite streamer? That's so nice of you to say. This level's a lot of fun. I think maybe me bashing my head against the earlier levels, you know, it's more useful than anyone's giving it credit for. Because, you know, it's teaching me how to play while I play the same thing over and over again. I know you say, couldn't that be called practicing? Well, there's not a literal connection, dude. Ah, okay. See, practice mode wouldn't help there. Only paying more attention would help. Some words I've heard a lot in my life. Oh. Tosh, you say the sight read of this level is really well made. I agree. It's if I, you know, could pay more attention to the colors of the portals, like I wouldn't have gotten so thrown, I guess, but it's really interesting. Cuz even like every big chunk of progress I made was basically in a sight read of that portion. It's just like, you know, messing up on something silly in the middle that's kept me from going. I think probably I would say my favorite level so far. In terms of like how I feel about the design, it's really wonderful. I also like the color scheme. Y'all have heard me talk about the bright yellows and greens before, but they're tough for me. I need to get glasses or a monocle. Oh man, can you imagine me with like a monocle and a sick top hat? I've already got the mustache. Maybe not a top hat. Maybe a medium hat, you know. I don't want it to be too garish. Just like a hat of medium height. We could call it a hat of medium height. Like a camp stovepipe. Not a proper stovepipe, just a camp stove. I know you might be thinking, how would a monocle help you if you need glasses for both of your eyes so that yellow and green doesn't hurt it? Well, there's not a literal connection here between functionality and fashion. Ah, but why should there ever be? Jason, you ask if I have beat Jumper. Yeah, we beat Jumper earlier today. It was wonderful. Cloudy Tab, you ask if I have tried online custom levels. Yeah, some. People have sent me some. If anybody wants to drop one or two in the chat, we'll put it on the mental list. What time is it? 9:40. I've still got some time. Yeah. Basically, whenever I was bashing my head against whatever level and failing on, you know, Polargeist or Can't Let Go or Jumper for more than 1,000 attempts, people would drop customs in, and I would play them some and fail or gloriously defeat them. Really been super impressed by the creativity that these levels that people have shown me have done. They've also sent me hilariously hard levels, I assume to be quite troll. It was humorous. Verdant Landscape comes to mind. Tidal Wave, which people are consistently mentioning. I didn't jump there. I played on stream. There's this wonderful cozy level with like a forest scape. There's a campfire to jump over, and there's like a fox running around, and there were trees and stuff in the background. It was gorgeous. And then there's this other one that somebody sent that had like it was like an auto level as well, and it had like a bunch of flowers and stuff, and it was really pretty. But the Forestscape one, it wasn't an automatic level, but like it had particles turned on for to tell you where to jump that were optional, and it was just like a nice easy little level, but it was beautiful. And then somebody sent me this one that it was like a platformer. That's not the right word. Someone said that that's a different mode, but it seemed like a 16-bit platformer. Like there were two walls and you bounced off of either one of them, and you were trying to go up like a tower, and that was super amazing too. And yeah, just been very, very impressed with the breadth of creativity that people exhibit within the game, both in making things difficult and in, you know, making them beautiful, because, well, both things certainly have, you know, a place. The blending of aesthetic and form. I did it again. Alright, so... So this is just a revamp of the first level? What? What? Oh. Ha! Oh no! The game itself crumbles around. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh no! This level's so interesting. Both like conceptually and in execution, you know, you're going through all of the different possibilities of destruction. Alright, we'll play this on the practice mode so I can actually get through it. Because I don't need to play it, forever to get better at it, but I do want to see the various progressions of it. It's fine to play practice mode on non-mainline maps. Plus, this will let me try more. I should change the title of the stream to reflect customs will be involved. Man, Time Machine, what a cool level, though. I'm confident that I'll crack it. I mean, not today, because I gotta go to work. Yeah, see, like, right here, I'm having a tough time. Okay, so I'm playing on those screens. Got it. Well, not got it is putting it a little strongly. This dude is just going to town like he's in the music video for Turn Down for What. Just absolutely wrecking shop. I picked the right screen in the top center. That was, no! Now he's destroying everything! Alright, so we need to hit a little... Oh, we can fly. Oh no, he's trying to grab us! No, we must escape! I crashed. No, we must escape! Do not let the icy fingers of death grab hold! No! Do not let the icy fingers of death or the spikes and outrageous arrows of triangles grab you. No! Glorious. I bet it's not going to be. Yay, practice complete. Try to complete without any checkpoints. I will not. A fine level. Very nice. Alright, so... Oh, we got a little Dark Side of the Moon prism. I know it's just a prism, but I will always associate it with Pink Floyd. Okay. Oh, those are fatal too. Okay, not like that. Oh, that's gonna pick me up and move me. Got it. Alright, let's just go ahead and turn this on practice mode. Let's see how much of it we can see. Oh, well, that's not gonna work too good. Alright. Yeah, hold down whenever it comes back to life. Okay, so we ride down and have to jump off of it. Not like that. What? I'm a spider? I'm not very good at being a spider. Alright, well, the level seems cool. I don't understand how to play it, but very cool, very pretty. I hope to one day understand how to play it and give it another try. I hope if you send me a level that you've made and I give up on it quickly, you don't find that discouraging. I don't understand. Can you even make it over 4? Apparently you can make it over 4. Hooray! Saying I should play Night Plus 2, sort of like Five Nights at Freddy's. I never played Five Nights at Freddy's. But thank you for the recommendation. I will put it on the mental list of games to maybe eventually play one day. Did I know people have made full games with Geometry Dash? I did not. People have said stuff about levels. I made a joke about Doom and then somebody showed me a sort of buggy Doom. Someone showed me that they made like Microsoft Paint basically inside of it, but the inputs on my keyboard were not lined up to what I wanted it to be on the screen. So, all right. The problem here is that I can't do this. Alright, so if we put it on practice mode and we get through one time, then we won't have to do it ever again. But it's probably gonna... Alright, we'll try like 20 more times to get through. Hey, we did it. Somehow. What? Not sure what's going on there. Sure, whatever. Hello, Kamoshida. Yeah. So that level was cool. I got to that thing that I don't understand. So great great effort. I love the jungle aesthetic in the background. Very cool. Alright, so this one's called Walter White, and we'll just fail on it a few times. That'll be funny. Everybody likes it when I die. So here we have a totally impenetrable situation. I don't even understand what's going on. I know we're supposed to hit that green thing, but not that other thing. And theoretically you can hit that at an angle to bounce off of it. Anyway. So, what a nice level. I'm sure that's a nice level. Oh, that's the one that I did. Okay. Alright, so thank you for the customs. We're going to go back and play a little bit more Time Machine to round out the stream. But appreciate those, even the troll difficulty ones. But the nightmare is easier than Time Machine. I don't believe you. Back to Time Machine, 89%. All of that progress made in one day, actually in probably 35 minutes. And then never back to the power of it. But I'm confident. There's not any part of Time Machine where I thought man, I'm not going to be able to do this. I just need to focus when they do all the flippy portal things. I figured they were joking because for all the things people have said about this game, no one said, by the way, these level ratings aren't accurate. This one should be anger face instead of really anger face. I don't know the names of emojis. I just describe them. Ah, I'm supposed to fall. I did it again. Again I did it. That's a funny way to say I did it again. As if you're Yoda failing at Geometry Dash. Or a legally distinct from Yoda entity, depending on who's listening. I don't know. They can't copyright a character speaking in non-traditional grammatical structures, can they? I shouldn't give them any ideas. Sue you I will. Joke's on them, I grew up living next to a bayou. The swamps of Dagobah are nothing to me. Ah, oh, come on. What's wrong with me? I don't know if you noticed in Star Wars, but they basically don't even have mosquitoes there in that swamp. How bad can it be? Sure, there's like monsters in it that eat your spaceship, but if you ain't got a spaceship, what do you got to worry about? There aren't any mosquitoes. I died again. Ah. All right. I think I just timed that jump badly. I didn't even do the wrong input there, so... I mean, I did the right input at the wrong time, which is the wrong input, but we don't have to be so precise about this, right? What I mean to say is, I didn't click jump there at the point where clicking jump would have killed me. I died to a different reason, like previously not clicking jump slightly earlier, but that's okay. It shows a failure in execution and not a failure in perception, and that's important. So if I'm just like sort of clicking wrong, that's, you know, it's probably not going to happen too many times in a row again. It's not like I don't get what I'm supposed to do. Like if I didn't jump over that, that would just be me, you know, not doing it. It wouldn't be like, oh no, how am I ever going to remember to not do this dumb thing that I continually do? Speaking of, black and white portion. Oh, no, 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 I forgot to jump off, and I careened gravityless to death. No, gravityless and then gravityful. I thought we were just gonna go around this flat geometric Earth, but instead, we came crashing down to reality. Apparently, the sun exists in geometry dash, exerting a gravitational pressure on all things. Most nearby things. Creating a tunnel through space-time that other things sort of curve into. No, I did it again! You say your brother just died in Time Machine at 97%? That's rough, man. I remember someone in the stream yesterday saying that they had like beaten Time Machine after some failures. I was like, yes, that's awesome, and I had never played the level. And now I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. This level's a little tricky. Ah. This is very like the hobbits are going back to the Shire music, and it's totally appropriate for this run. Haven't been talking, I've just been focused on success, or, you know, brutal failure. Brutal failure instead. It's alright. I consider our gameplay on the introductory sections solid. Obviously not perfect, you know, I die on it, but solid. And moreover, I would say that none of the, like, first 70% sections constitute real challenging inputs now that I've developed, you know, what I've got to do. Although this part, I'll always die sometimes on, I'm sure. And then I'll probably forget to fall down there here, but I mean, it's not that it's easy, it's that if you just remember to jump over that, then you wouldn't die to it, you know. If can do a lot of work in a sentence. What I mean to say is we were doing marginally okay at this and getting very far, by which I mean relatively far, much more frequently than on Jumper. But of course, Jumper had the first upside down section that was tough with the green pillars, and then the old red tunnel of death, which was just a matter of figuring out the inputs, as everything in a game is. Isn't that simple? Like, oh, do you want to get good at chess? Just memorize what you need to do. Oh, come on! Why did I look away? They don't have a... You say the first party levels don't have a triple spike jump. If you look closely, they're put together. Oh, okay, I do see that, yeah. So, like, the vertical ones, the ones that you just, like, have cosmetically around that you're not intended to jump, are spaced more regularly. It's definitely easier to make the jump there, so I'm sure they did that for that reason. Still a lot harder to jump than 2. But not 1 unit of space harder. Okay, why? Sometimes I just, you know, drift off and die. Apparently. Apparently. But it's all good. Nothing is gonna bring me down. I mean, we've barely been playing Time Machine. I put in more than 1,000 attempts on Jumper. We've just been doing this level for like less than an hour. And I wasn't even feeling sensitive about Jumper. After all, if I'm not willing to turn practice mode on, it's not like I've really been trying. I'll do it eventually. Probably. Maybe. People keep saying that I'll have to. And I believe them. I know I mean, obviously, if I keep on playing... I say obviously too much. Obviously, if I keep on playing this game for any length of time, I will get to a point where the levels just will need to be practiced in small segments. But I don't know if I ever want to get that good at it. Because sometimes when I see a level like that Walter White level, like, I don't... What's the point? I mean, I guess it would impress people if I could do it. But, like, that's why I have this mustache. Speaking of impressing people. So, Sumo Segway. Oh, I died there again. You just beat blast processing? Nice, congratulations. But the sumo today was excellent. My favorite wrestler won. That's not why it was excellent. It was good efforts by a lot of wrestlers. Sometimes there'll be a day and a lot of the 15 bouts will just be a little boring and lackluster. But today was great. 8 more days remain in the tournament. And it's all on the line. So the Yokozuna Terunofuji just retired. I know you're thinking, is this dude really going to talk about sumo? Only for a little bit, I swear. So the Yokozuna Terunofuji just retired. And now there are no Yokozuna active anymore. And there were a couple of Ozaki that were like in line for promotion, but most of them are doing bad. The 2 of the 3 Ozaki are doing like pretty lousy in this tournament, but Hoshoryu, he's doing excellent. His uncle was a Yokozuna, which I'm sure he is reminded of all the time. But it's always cool in a sport to see, a rising crop of stars and see, who's going to truly rise to the top of it, put out dominant performances and ascend to the highest ranks, that kind of thing. I love sumo. Oh no, I fell down. But sumo's like the only sport I follow. Fortunately, it's always in season, because every 2 months they have a tournament, which runs for 15 days, and every wrestler fights each day. And as you may know, but maybe not, there are no weight classes in sumo, so sometimes you will... terrible. So there's like, there's going to be a dude that weighs just like 280 pounds, and then when he goes up against the dude that weighs 400, well, they wrestle each other. And you might think, why does the larger of the Rikishi not simply eat the smaller one? Well, it doesn't always work like that. But there's your day 7 Hatsubasho update. Okay. Why? I don't know Japanese. I only know sumo related Japanese words. So if I were to witness a crime and the criminal were to do a judo throw on someone, I would be like, yes. Well, you see, he grabbed them underarm by the belt and then thrust them to the ground in a shitate dashinage. Except I think that one's a beltless underarm throw. So I said it wrong. Terrible. And the officer would be like, you sure you don't mean an uwatanage? It was a shitate dashinage that you saw. And I'd be like, yes, absolutely. I'd bet my life on it. And then he would be like, this dude doesn't know what he's talking about, said the name of the wrong throw, clearly learned all of his Japanese from the internet. But I guess a lot of people learn what Japanese they know from anime and stuff, but I learned mine from sumo. So I know how to yell at people to show some spirit. And that kind of thing. I would like to know more languages than English, but I find them very frustrating because I flatter myself that I have rather a good command of English. It springs naturally to me, and as a language you're fluent in would. But Like, I took Spanish in high school, and that was terrible. My teacher wasn't very good. I'm not going to slander her here, though, but she wasn't very good. But then I had French in college, and, you know, like, I got good grades in French, and, you know, I did fine. But, like, it was always just agonizingly slow having to, you know, translate in my head what I wish to say. And because, like, I can just extemporaneously English about anything that I know about, and probably about some stuff that I don't know about. Because, you know, a rhetorical training is useful for any number of applications. All you have to do is have enough knowledge to fake your way through. For example, I don't know what any of these shapes are called. That's why I call them all squares. I fell down into the squares again. But if I were to learn a language, it would be like Latin and then like classical Greek. And then and only then would I consider adding some languages that people speak today. Because really, I would want to just learn it to read books. Because, like, embarrassingly, my favorite poet is Ovid. His name's said Ovid. I always say it wrong. My favorite poet is Ovid, and I say his name wrong. But, you know, he was a Roman poet, wrote in Latin, so, like, I don't speak Latin. I don't know Latin. So I'm in the position of my favorite poet being, like, available only in translations. I've read every major English language translation of him, and I have my favorite for, you know, specific passages and works. Why? I haven't died there yet. I don't think I've ever died there yet. So, All Death's Time Machine speed run. We've got one more unlocked. Don't make the third of those jumps. I didn't even think about not making that at any point. I just assumed I always would. My very first time I made it through. My second and third time I made it through. Oh yes, this is the song with the bird noises in the background. It's very ominous. And there I didn't jump at all. Awful. All right. We come now to the end of the stream, or the beginning of the end of it. And I wish you guys wouldn't fight, but I understand that claims of performance must be very, some things are probably met with some credulity in this community, and that makes sense. You know, if some dude walked up on the street and told me he got damn 52 in GoldenEye, I would say, no, you didn't. What's your name? I know the people with damn 52. I mean, not personally. But if you know that people are going to respond to claims that way, then, you know, accept that that's part of claiming extraordinary accomplishments without proof is that people may suspect you, and try not to fight about it, please. I know I can't control what people do on the internet, and I don't want to. I want you to continue on being your own people, but I don't want to lecture you either, so I'm going to stop here. Every time I've argued with people on the internet, I rarely at the end felt awesome afterward, but I don't want to tell any people how to behave. Just, you know, stay civil while you disagree, please, because the last thing I want is to have to think about content moderation. Not that you guys have been uncivil, but, you know, I know it can be frustrating. To die there again? Are you kidding me? That's frustrating too. But, you know, like Bill and Ted said, try to be excellent to each other. Even people that are claiming accomplishments that you may not believe in, it can be really annoying. I understand that. It's hard for me in real life to take it. And if I were, like, in the chat and not playing the game, it would probably be a thing that I would argue about too. But ultimately, a person can say what they want on the internet. They're not trying to get onto the leaderboards with it. I'm sure, though, that, like, as members of the community that know what these accomplishments mean when they're claimed, if you think it's not legitimate, it must be more galling, you know, because some people really do reach these heights of Geometry Dash play, and some of us are just at 89% on Time Machine. But I mean, I don't want to silence anybody, both like abstractly and because, like, from a mercenary point of view, it probably encourages YouTube to tell people to watch me if people are talking, no matter what they're talking about. But that doesn't mean that I want, you know, a fountain of negativity for more attention. I mean, I could be real negative if I thought it would get me better attention. Nah, it's not how I want to live my life. But life is very long, and I have not always been this somewhat reasonable person that you see before you. In fact, I have terrible emotional control, and I'm always arguing and fighting with people, but I try not to do it on the internet so much, since I have so much practice in my life. Alright, now it's serious business time. Oh! Again. Okay, so after that portal, flip into a jump over a triple spike, no time to react. Clever, whatever, you just woke up and said, congrats on Jumper. Thank you so much. It was wonderful. It felt so good to get through it. Once we got through that upside down red plaid pillar section, it was just a matter of holding my breath and powering through. But I think most of that upside down there with I don't think it's too tricky. I don't think I'll get too stuck on it. And it's just that disorienting flip into the triple green spike or whatever. Was it blue? Was it green? I don't even remember. I jumped again. Terrible. But yeah, that flip, because you need to immediately jump after the flip, probably like as soon as you land. Which means I'm probably supposed to, what do people call it, buffer the jump. I almost never do that. Whenever I try, I usually end up making a mistake and dying, but, you know, I'm sure it would be better to learn rather than not. But it's like any mechanical thing, I suppose. If you don't practice implementing it, it's always going to feel clunky and against your normal performance. But for what people have said, it's absolutely necessary. And for what I've seen of this absolutely bonkers game, I'm sure that any number of techniques become essentially mandatory as you progress. Ah! But, alright, so final attempt. Unless I don't get done talking about it being the final attempt. But I just wanted to say, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I really hope you've enjoyed. If you were here for the earlier jumper attempts, you know how pleased I am with my success there. And if you weren't, just know that, well, I tried at it for a long time. People said it shouldn't be done. They said, look at this guy. He's not going to get it. All right, one more attempt. But you're going to go play PUBG? Good. Or PUBG? Pickup Battlegrounds? I don't know what it stands for. But you enjoy that. This I'm about to end the stream in the next minute. This is the last run. So anyway, guys, as I said, thank you so much. These Geometry Dash streams have been getting lots and lots of positive attention by my standards, which is delightful. You know, I don't do it for the attention, but the attention's great. I'm glad that people here are occasionally finding something worth watching, you know, something to enjoy, to share in my successes and failures, even though the successes are few and far between and the failures come by the thousands. Sharing in despair helps it all go down smoother. And so thank you for your role in helping me keep it going in Geometry Dash and never, ever, ever, ever giving up. And now we come... Oh, well. Alas. That's the last one. I'm trying to get to work on time. I'm always showing up like 3 minutes late, and I don't get like in trouble for it, but I've got to... I'm trying to show up to work on time. So thank you guys so much. I hope you've enjoyed. That's 89% on Time Machine. That's 100% on Jumper. With no percent on Practice Mode. I'm not trying to brag, but I just want us all to notice. I just want us all to notice that I did it the real way. In combat. Fair and square. But tonight when I get off of work, so I'll be back in 10 or 11 or 12 hours. I'm not sure which. We're going to pick up, not here. I'm going to be playing Celeste and trying to finish up Chapter 7 of Celeste. But if we do that, then we might play some more Geometry Dash tonight. But thank you so much. If you're watching this from the future, welcome, and I hope things are good there. Disregard all of the time-sensitive information. You guys have an excellent day. Happy Saturday. Thank you so much. I'm out of here.